Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. This is our ongoing meditation session. So once we get connected with our other network, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, let's take few minutes to understand how this meditation will help for us to develop our spiritual practice. So when it comes to practice meditation, we have to remember it is a one part of this wisdom journey. There are many other ways to develop our wisdom. One is listening to the sutras or the study the sutras and having necessary conversation. And one part is practicing meditation. So when it comes to meditation, there are two ways we develop our mind. One is developing tranquility state. So our mind always interfere with things. Knowingly or unknowingly, mind always has a nature to go away from our body. So when you close your eyes, as memory, your mind start to project things and try to keep that behavior. So practicing mean in a tranquility level, what you need to do, you have to slowly bring your mind to your body. So body, when it come to that, the whole of your body, that's mean the present, you have to bring your mind to the present moment. Even that present moment doesn't mean you clinging to some kind of thoughts or away from you. No, you have to be in the moment within your own body. And that's why we bring a primary mental object, our breathing, and settle down our mind with it. So one of the basic principle you have to follow, don't put too much pressure on your practice. Because as ordinary people, 24/7, we live with pressure. Invisibly, around this environment, with air, we always have this pressure. And with that outside pressure and our inside this physical body, always 24/7, your heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, this entire organ system with the brain and nerve system try to keep balance this inside pressure with this outside world. And sometimes it is so strong. And sometimes for some people, it cannot make it happen. And that's why that the pressure system break down. And then it can come as anxiety, depression, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, heart attacks, panic attacks. And suddenly sometimes the part of nerve system shut down. So this all interconnected. And in day-to-day life with your emotions, you have so much pressure build up on the top of this pressure. And at the same time, emotions, and at the same time, the desires, your needs, and your feelings. And not only that, your fear, this all at once, just imagine this all at once build up so much pressure inside you. So invisibly, 24/7, you are always dealing with this. So it is very difficult for us to withdraw from this. And now our thought pattern, thought system, our behavior also addicted to this pressure. So rather than withdraw from it, most of time what happened, our thinking pattern, our behavior, everything empower this pressure inside. So then when it comes to meditation, if you put more extra pressure on you, what will happen? Can you find any kind of better result? So end of the meditation, that what will happen? You become more tired, more disappointed, more unhappy, more sad, more worried, more fearful. And then by the time you give up. So that's why when it comes to practice meditation, always remember not to put unnecessary too much effort on practice. So you have to start it with physical. That's why keeping your body relaxed, that doesn't mean you allow your body to collapse. No, you maintain necessary strength and balance, energy, but without putting too much effort. So you have to practice it physically first. That's why sitting is important, especially when you start to practice. And then when it comes to primary mental object, you should not, even you close your eyes, you should not try to keep watching towards the in front of your nose and upper lip area. So, because sometimes we see when people close their eyes, slowly they bend forward little by little, little by little. Why? Because this pressure, this energy keep flowing through the eyes. Even though eyes closed, then that your body moving forward. So that's why you have to keep the balance, be in the center. You just be aware. You don't need to ponder towards, look towards the breathing. So while you are sitting here like this, closing your eyes, you can put the attention to any sound around you. You become centered. So when it comes to awareness also, you close your eyes and you don't put any extra effort or the strength, and you aware about the sensation and allowing it to happen naturally itself. So that will help you to maintain and calm, relax mental state. Then the mind not going to get tired, your body not get tired. So that is where you can increase the length of practice. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes at least. If you can do 45 minutes per day, that's a good practice. If you can do 45 minutes morning, evening, that's a good practice. But you should not, that the practicing doesn't mean you kind of like work out so hard inside you to find something, do something. No, this is you withdraw from this all doing. You undo this doing behavior. You withdraw from all the interference, And that is where you can settle down, because this interference always, look at, we came through this human history, we came so long journey, but still we are not capable to understand this our self-centered mind build up this environment around us. And the most of time our hands build up our own prison. Still we are not capable to manage ourselves or behave ourselves, not to get out of these unnecessary situations. Still we are interfering. So we are the one who building our prison around us. And at the same time, we make blind ourselves looking at things, even though eyes open sometimes. This desire to look something make us blind. We are keep hearing to things that itself take us to lose our hearing, becoming deaf. And they shut down these old abilities to listen. It look like your ears are good, healthy. The process is good, but consciously because you heard something, now anymore you can't hear. You hold it to so much, believing that what you heard is the, the end. Then anymore, then after that somebody tells something, you not hear it. Seeing the same. And all this human history through this science, technology, wisdom, but still look, we are not capable to manage our mouth, that what we eat, that through our teeth, what we grind, what we bite, dig our graveyard, it kills us. So where are our wisdom? What we see make us blind. What we hear make us deaf. What we eat kill us. And what we do take us to prison. And what we think make us ignorance. Just look around yourself and what you thought so far in your journey of this life took you to some kind of situations which you can't get out of. And there's no returns, no U-turns sometimes. And sometimes ourselves we say, I am such an idiot. Because our own misunderstanding, misguiding, misbelieving put us to situations which we can't change. So that's why look into yourself, and having this introspection is very necessary. Because how far you have to go this journey. Remember, this human life, you have kind of like a very limited time period. This season's not going to be forever for you. So as these seasons change, sometimes winter comes, summer comes, autumn comes. So this spring comes, those are sometimes, maybe the winter time period is little bit longer. Sometimes summer time little bit longer, winter time little bit shorter. But always you have to remember, it will go away. So like that, what you go through in your life, this time period not going to be every day with you. And if you can hear, smell, taste, feel, you can move yourself, your mobility is still okay, your balance is still okay, your visibility is still okay, your hearing is still okay. But remember, this kind of like you are enjoying this beautiful season. But someday it can be very hard winter. Your mobility, just imagine your mobility, your balance disappear, your hearing disappear. What will happen to you? How are you going to deal with this all? So it keep coming towards us. We know that. So then before it hit you, there are certain things that you can do to minimize the effect. That is a kind of like a wisdom. So then always know there is something you know about life. So far in this journey, you know something. So then before you go to unknown, unseen wisdom, first start to touch for that. So you are in one place, there is a gap in between that what you know and who you are. Find that gap. See that gap. There is something you know about regarding the good about life and how things happen in life. You know already. But at the same time, there is a different person as who you are. So see this. Don't afraid to see that, because you are the one, only one person can see this gap. So that is kind of like a give the beginning to practice. And once you see this gap, you will see most of time one of the mistake we do is kind of like the very first thing to see that we have the fear to see it. So once you overcome that fear has many ways that, because when you have that fear, it can go in many different ways. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of unknown, that fear of appearance. That fear can come in many ways, but that fear, the main thing is arising, the very bottom, the foundation of that fear is your true character and what you know, there is a gap. That's where the fear arises. Once you see this, there is a gap, then anymore, it's not going to happen. And other thing is, once you have that, once you see it, there is another mistake we have, this limiting belief, and we think, oh, I am too late for this. All my good gone. I can't get out of this. I can't do this anymore. Maybe you look into your physical, conventional life and you evaluate yourself like that. But just imagine when it comes to your spiritual life, you are not late. So understanding that, thinking, rather than thinking your all goods are gone, thinking this is my time, and you use that gap to build up the bridge. See that? It's a very good thing. The gap is a very good thing, because that is where you can make a journey. So rather than giving up the life then for any direction, even your spiritual path or anything in the physical world, in your material world, your conventional life, you are capable to start something that you can make you to be happy yourself, or having some kind of contentment, having satisfaction, and even some kind of, you can make it beneficial to yourself, or you can make it something profitable to yourself. So you need to do that. So that's why this is a good season for you. So once you see that gap, fear will disappear. And then you bringing your attention to, no, this is my time. So this is my time, then you are not late to, especially, it doesn't matter whatever the age that you went through, you are not late to develop your tranquility state. At least having 5 minutes, 10 minute tranquility state for a day. 20-minute practice, 24 that 45-minute sitting and practice. If you, it's a kind of like a giving you deeper foundation for your this spiritual practice. So it is any time in your life. It's a good time to put this foundation before you die. So then always look into that. Work with your inside. And because once you have that clear foundation, anything in life, because the life always going to be the life. That behavior not going to change. The outside world, it's going to be the same. It come different form. But this drama in the life, it's always going to be a drama. Don't try to struggle with it. But during this time, this is your chapter. So you are capable to use this all the drama, all the struggle, all the suffering, and bring the change to yourself. So that is where you have to focus. So then first thing, see the gap in between what you know and who you are, and it will help you to get out of the fear. And then the next thing, and get out of this limiting belief, and don't believe that all the goods are gone. Still there is something you can do for you to develop this tranquility state and develop your the critical analytical understanding that we call the vipassana. So once you settle down that there is something, then slowly you can work with these emotions. Because in the conventional level, conventional world, there is a so valid label for emotions. But at the same time, if you don't bring that emotions to transform it, invest your emotions to become intelligence, what will happen? Just imagine any fruits. Before it become bad, you have to eat it. So whatever you cook, before it get cold, some certain things you have to eat. Otherwise, sometimes certain food can become poison to you. So same thing with your emotions. It nourishes us from birth to certain level in our life. Our very emotions nourish our life. But at the same time, you have to remember, if you transform it to, if you don't invest it to, if you don't use that to become wiser or intelligence, or if you don't use your emotions to make it beneficial for you, it can give you a hard time. It can destroy you. It can create a lot of drama inside you. It can break down you. It can give you a hard time. Your life can become gloomy. And not only yours, it gives a hard time to other people also. So then it is very necessary for yourself to look into your emotions, overwhelming stress, anger, restlessness, and the happy moments, joy, pleasure. This everything sometimes, be very careful, can shut down your inner progress, your own happiness, your own joy, your own pleasure. Sometimes this emotional joy and this emotional kind of like success can slow down or shut down your inner progress. So that's why use that all, even the sadness, worry, disappointment, unhappiness, stress. So in certain way, stress is something that you can invest to develop your inner progress. Because when you have this stress situation, it creates some kind of turbulence inside you. We need the stress. Only thing is, when the stress happens, we invest it to hold it to emotions. So use it to make it to progress. Develop it to, rather than allowing it to shut down your progress, use this all the life situations to make it progress. And at the same time, there are some things. So remember that the gap in between you and what you know. So that is not something that we try to bringing something. I'm not telling you to learn something, read something. No. Already what you know, you can start from there. That is what you need to do. Because in that gap, if you don't see it, there are a lot of bad habits stuck there. It every day it can become very new bad habits can be in that gap. So only thing is, one should see it. It's not going to happen. Otherwise, anything can come out of you tomorrow. So then how you can get out of this? The one thing is, this is the thing, that who you are and what you know, in between this gap, hide something. That what is hiding, there are some skills in you. And sometimes if you look your back, your childhood time to certain level, like when you are as a teenager, young age, sometimes when you study, or maybe sometimes you try to really make you kind of like a happy person. It's not a kind of like emotional happiness. It's more than that. And sometimes you have some kind of gut feelings yourself to do something one day in your life. So there are some kind of skills in you. It's kind of like a blueprint that you have in you. You may never look into that. So that gap, in between that gap, it all hide. So once you see you and what you know, once you recognize the gap, you are capable to brush up these hidden skills in you. That's a beautiful practice. So remember the process there. That who you are and what you know, there is a gap. First, be honest. Look into that gap. Don't afraid for that. So if you keep that gap, what will happen? All the fear and fear for failure, fear for success, fear for knowing, so, and fear for to appear this anything can happen. So the fear is there, fear govern that gap. So once you see that gap, remember, get out of this limited belief that you hold in, thinking that all the good are gone. So you recognize this is my time, this is my season. Once you come to that decision, you don't need to get something from outside. You start to use, you already have that bonus points in your life. So far you collected through many, many up and downs. Those are your emotions. So use your emotions to make it intelligence. How? Rather than allowing your emotion to shut down your progress, you use your all the stress, anger, restlessness, anxiety, depression, this everything you use to make it progress. And once you come to that level, all these bad habits that govern your life start to disappear. Because that all the bad habits govern underneath the fear that hold you in the gap in between you and what you know. So this mechanism to go into introspection through the meditation, the first principle you have to remember, not to put unnecessary pressure on you. Why? Because your life already built with so much pressure, as I mentioned from the beginning. Environment, we have a pressure always. And inside head to toes, this body, heart, lungs, liver, kidney, brain, nerve system, everything always working to balance this pressure. Socially, we have so much pressure on us, even in a family, and everybody put the pressure on us. Even our emotions, our desires, our needs create some kind of unnecessary, kind of so much pressure in us. It's not easy to handle this. Sometimes that's why it's blow out. Like remember that submarine went to see the Titanic, and what happened? Because of the underneath this the water, it cannot handle that pressure, and what happened? It blow out. So it happened to us also. It happened to us. See, that's like our desires, our dreams, and maybe others' dreams, or maybe needs, this everything. It's kind of like we are trying to go to see the Titanic under the ocean with the little submarine. No? And that's why sometimes people cannot handle that pressure. So then when it comes to meditation, don't put unnecessary pressure. Keep it calm. Physically start to practice that calmness. Mentally have that calmness. When it comes to awareness or focusing your mind, attention doesn't mean you put your energy towards it. Attention means you settle down and start to be aware about it. Be aware about it. And that way, you build up the strength of your awareness. You don't get tired. You don't feel kind of, this is enough for me. you feel more and more and more sustainable to go deeper into you. And that is where you can slowly develop this. And the final method, the last one. This is the beautiful thing. You have to remember. This is hard. Not only this, the real life is hard. Nothing is easy. Don't look for easy cut, easy way. Take responsibility and learn to do hard work. That is where you can have a life. So, conventional world the same, and when it comes to spiritual practice, it is very hard for you to go into deeper inside and have the clarity in you. Why? Because in this samsaric journey, we accumulated so much things ourselves in our mind. So get out of it. Possible, but still, it's not going to happen very easily. You know why? Because you are the one who hold it, and you are the one who hold it. You never give up very easily. So now it is there. That's why this tranquility state is not easy. Because you had the attitude not to give up very easily when you thought, I need this. Somehow you used to get it. So now, when you try to clean it, remember, it's not going to go easy. So it is not a magic, but it's still possible. Slowly, mindfully, be wise yourself to work with you. Because this is your inner child. It is you, your own behavior, your character, your attitude. You know that. You know how you are. So then remember, when you work with your mind, don't go against your nature. So you should know that, but at the same time, you don't need to empower it. Only thing, you have to look into that and see, is this beneficial for me? If not, slowly, step by step, you can change it. And that way, by the time, the very moment of experience in your life, bring the ability to understand more deeply. And at the same time, beyond your this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind perception that you hold it, rather than make it blind you, rather than creating a prison to you, rather than building or developing the graveyard for you, you are capable to find the freedom. So the way to stop this journey is recognizing you are the one who keep running, not something else, not somebody else. You are the one who keep running yourself for you. So if you want to stop, you are the one who need to take a conscious decision to stop yourself. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself. Say so patveva, oh, may I be well and happy, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens, just recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva sabbe bhuta sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya Dhamma Dhamma Patipattiya Buddhang Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi. Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.